my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome to the most exciting fashion review of the year. And Mama got dressed and ready. What am I wearing? Well, darling, I am wearing a complete suit from Reese. It's a British boutique here for women and men, as a matter of fact. And I've worn this suit a couple of times. And I just thought, darling baby, this is absolutely perfect for this year's theme of the Met Gala that took place yesterday in New York. We are having the most fabulous, the most wonderful summer splash Fumi Nation meet and greet on the 20th of July here in London, United Kingdom at the Novotel Hotel in Hammersmith. We are going to have goodie bags. I will be updating this event on a weekly basis just to include all of the brands that are going to be coming. We have special guests, my darlings. Oh my God. And the event is going to be from 1 to 6. And darlings, for the first time ever, you are going to have an exclusive to my brand. I am so excited. I cannot wait for you guys to be there. We are also going to have vendors. We have fashion. We have style. And for those of you that are coming from different countries, get in touch with Sabali Travel. They will book your flights for you. They will book your hotel rooms for you. They are the absolute best, and they booked for Fumi Nation last year. We're going to take pictures together. We're going to have a fabulous lunch. We're going to have fabulous cake, fabulous drinks, music, dancing. There are going to be giveaways. There are going to be prizes to be won. There is so much going to be going on. It's really an extravaganza. It is the Fumi Nation extravaganza, and all of the brands that I love for my skin, for my hair, Healthy Hair Studio, it's going to be there. The makeup, it's going to be there. All the sweets and all the treats. It's an extravaganza. It's going to be a day to remember. And yes, my darling, it's a family occasion, so the children can absolutely come. Absolutely come. We are going to have fabulous day, and it's going to be on a Sunday. On a Sunday, my darlings. So come along, come with the family, and be ready to be entertained. Get ready to be motivated. Get ready to be inspired with the special guests that we have. It is going to be like no other. And I did this especially for you, to show my gratitude for all that you have done for me all of these years. You're going to live from it. Tickets are below. What was the theme for the Met Gala this year? It was super fine tailoring, black style, and the dress code was tailored for you. We also had co-chairs. Well, let me start with the honorary co-chair, who was LeBron James. LeBron was supposed to be there, but he couldn't make it at the very last minute because he had a knee issue. I would have lived to see him there. Nevertheless, for the first time, they were all black and they were all men. And the co-chairs for this year was A$AP Rocky, Pharrell Williams, Coleman Domingo, and Lewis Hamilton. Let me just say, A$AP Rocky is a vibe. A$AP Rocky is what? He's a vibe. I live for him. I understand now why Rihanna is pregnant for the 3rd time, why she loves up on that man, why she was in the courthouse every single day, why she brought the 2 other babies to the courthouse and said, don't take this man away from me. And they gave him right back to her, and she's expecting her 3rd. Congratulations. When it comes to black fashion, when it comes to dapper Dan, when it comes to being fabulous, when it comes to being extra, and really taking in who you are, as far as I'm concerned, that been black, that been always black style. I remember when I was a kid and my uncles come to the house. I had a particular uncle, may so rest in peace. He used to kick back his foot so that we could see the agar socks. And the stories that they would tell unapologetically. I lived for them. That's where I get my extra. This has always been me. This has been my mama, my aunties. You were always fly. It was always super fine. You're always fabulous. I don't mind going to go and pick up Adrian like this, plus my sunglasses. I live and I love. My tie just climbed right over and talk about Rihanna. Rihanna just gave me everything. She truly is a fashionista. She understands fashion and she's not afraid to try it. It was giving me 18th century in the back, the baby bump in front. It was like a tailored, like, yes, you know what, tailored for me. And she just looked absolutely fabulous. Let me just double check and make sure that I know what she was wearing out here in these streets. And she was in Marc Jacobs, looking absolutely what? Absolutely flawless. Now, this Met Gala, let me say that I am not going to get everybody unless I'm going to be here all day, okay? So I'm just going to really talk about the ones that stood out to me. It was a fabulous night and there were some outfits that really stood out to me, and that's where I'm going to go. Alrighty? Alright, here we go. Miss Diana Ross. I was not going to miss her this time around because this gives me mahogany. I love the movie. It was the first movie I think I watched that made me feel like I wanted to be an actress. And she was the first woman that I saw that just gave me glamour and fabulosity. This outfit is in homage to Miss Diana Ross. Miss Diana Ross showed up on the red Met Gala carpet after 20 years hiatus. 20 years hiatus, my darling. And she was wearing Evelyn 16, and she had this beautiful feather cape, feather hat, and it had her 5 children and her 8 grandchildren. And I'm sure if they invite her in a couple of years, she's gonna have her grandbabies there as well. Mama Sita, you look fabulous. You looked absolutely flawless and fabulous with your handsome son beside you. You looked beautiful. You haven't aged. You don't look like you've aged, mama. You looked absolutely what? Sensational. Another person who looked very fabulous was Rizzo. Rizzo, you looked fantastic. Lift the boobies up a little bit. You sit in your dress and you look wonderful. You looked absolutely fabulous. Congratulations on your journey, mama, because I can see your features, your face. You look mwah, fabulous. Serena Williams wore Montclair, and I just thought you looked like a 1960s dancing queen. That's what you look like. You look beautiful. This teal blue was fire on you, and I loved the hair. I loved the cape. You just look beautiful. What a difference a year makes. What a difference a year makes, mama. You looked flawless. Megan Thee Stallion was in Michael Kors. Darling, the breast cup has to be a little bit bigger. It has to give you room. Other than that, fire. I loved the hair. You look like an empress. You look like a queen. You gave me leg. The skin was flawless. The makeup was a bit extreme with the brows and lifting it up on the side. But other than that, you looked flawless, and I absolutely lived for it. Miley Cyrus in Alaya. Yes, ma'am. Was that an alligator top? I lived for it. It was gorgeous. It showed your body. I love the blackness of it. I love the streak of it. Your face was everything. It was just everything. And you look like an angel. Zendaya in Louis Vuitton. I saw her last night and I said I'm still going to wear my white suit with my waistcoat. Baby girl gave me life. She flipped it up and she gave us a shirt and a tie, and she gave us, bolero hat. Mama Sita, 10 across the board. 10 across the board. And the way she just sashayed, you're my daughter. In every way, shape and form, you are my child. I lived for it. I did live for it. Tiana Taylor. And she wore custom, the real Ruth Carter. Baby girl. You know what I loved about it? I loved the cape. I loved that she had her cane right there. That she came out in this red. That she had the Depper hat. She will always come and deliver. And this, my darling, I live for it. Our co-chair, Coleman Domingo, came out in Valentino. Do you know I love the blue cape? I said, give me something icy. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for him to turn it out and give us that fabulous suit with the pants, with the trousers, all deconstructed. I said, Coleman, I live for you. I do live for you. I do live for you. And I love the blue. Blue is royalty. You are king, because this embodies so much of male style. It liberates you to be who you are. And that is the confidence that you look at yourself and you say, baby, anywhere I go, I'm good. And this was fabulous. Encrusted pants and a long jacket was none other than Coco Jones. Beautiful. Gorgeousness. The makeup, the hair, beautiful. It was the encrusted trousers, the front, the back, the side. She gave that to me and she was unapologetic about it. I loved it. I loved it and I loved it some more. Gigi Hadid in Miu Miu gave me Dancing Glamour Girl. She gave me those Cotton Club nights out and she's holding stage. It gave me Dorothy Dandridge. It gave me glamour. It gave me unapologetic. I will wear this dress to your wedding and I don't mind if I steal the show. And I said, I completely understand. I completely what? I completely understand. Doechi baby was wearing custom Louis Vuitton and she came with the drama. And I just had to salute her. Darling, you are everything. You are on fire right now. You will be everywhere. And I hope that's for a very long time. I love the shorts. I love the handkerchief bow tie. I love the socks. I loved the burgundy. You gave me life. The prettiest face in town. And the LV there. The extra. Mama, let me know what you're working with. Jumping over to Jodie Turner-Smith in Burberry. Again with that burgundy. With that ox blood, unapologetic, and she gave me everything right here. I almost looked behind her to see where her horse was, because that's how I felt, that she came on a horse and she just put it to the side and just stopped by to say hello. Gorgeousness personified. Right behind her was Sabrina Carpenter in Louis Vuitton with no pants. She's got great legs. If I were her, I'd have done the same thing. Again, the burgundy. Again, the white. I loved how they were just cutting up in these silhouettes and that lovely white collar. Yes, baby, it's a tailored suit and I live and I love. Again, no pants, but it was not necessary. Doja Cat in Marc Jacobs. I liked it. I love it. It reminded me of Grace Jones. How about that? That was what it was giving me. Grace Jones. I was so happy to see Lupita. What did Lupita wear? Lupita was Chanel official. Okay, so she's still with them. Fabulous in this mint green. She looked effortless. She looked so beautiful. I love the suit. Love the trousers. It hit the ground. I wasn't too crazy about the hat, but everything else, it was masculine and feminine at the same time. And I was like, girl, who are you? Halle Berry. Mama. Darling. Flawless. And I loved the panels that were sheer and it went all the way down. This is another sister who is eating her salads and minding her business. It was just gorgeousness personified. Jeremy Pope, he came in as a mannequin. I used to have a mannequin like this and you'd poke pins into it just to hold the fabric together. That was what he was wearing on top, and it was missing Magella, and it was unique because, again, tailored to you, and it was tailored to him. I thought it was fabulous. I loved the boots. Is that a velvet? I don't know whether these are velvet pants. And he was in sync with the makeup. Darling, I loved the hair. It was what? It was gorgeous. Yes, baby. Hunter Schafer. Yes, mama. Love, 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 love. She came ready and then she held her white gloves. Yeah. This is what you call sharp. I live for sharp. And she was sharp with her beret. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Another brother whom I lived and loved. Damson Idris, who came in Tommy Hilfiger. They ripped off that racer coat and we had, again, one of my favorite colors. This is really, truly one of my favorite colors. I love that Russian red. I'm an Aries. I'm fire sign. That's me. Mwah, baby. Tailored to what? Tailored to you. I loved it. You looked absolutely you're just gorgeousness. Something that was different, but I loved it. Hubab Gonran was Shakira. She wore the gloves and I felt that it me put together. Beautiful figure, beautiful hair. I loved the pink. It was off theme, but the gloves kind of gave her a saving grace. I liked it. I liked it what? I liked it a lot. Madonna showed up in a white suit too, giving us sateen, giving us a cigar, and she's looking good, mama. And she danced and she had a good time. I thought you looked fabulous. It worked for me. What didn't work for me, it was just giving me servant. I didn't like it. Was Andre 300, who came to the Met Gala with a piano on his back. This is a time where we are celebrating pride and we're unapologetic and it's our armor. This just gave me he's still looking for a job. It might not be the case because he's a piano man and maybe that's what they did back in the day. They carried their pianos to perform, but it just gave me struggle. I'm not caring for struggle. We had the Kardashians, starting with Kim. She was wearing Chrome Hearts Official. What did I think about it? It was giving me Peter Pan. It was giving me Peter Pan. If anything, the only thing that I liked was the hat. It's the same silhouette, it's the same thing. So it's getting a little bit predictable, boring. I loved what Kendall wore. I thought it was much better. Do you know what this would have looked like if it was black with a white collar? Or if this was white with a beaded collar? Celebrate. Kylie was just off the mark as far as I'm concerned. It gave me absolutely nothing and I was not feeling it. Somebody who I was feeling was Kerry Washington and she was wearing Jonathan Simkai. I love the sheer. Ooh, that's so pretty. She had a hat and the jacket was very, very fabulous. The lapel came together and it was sateen and she had her gloves. She was very pulled together with her hair. Mama, you did that. I lived and I loved. Ciara was giving me the outfit that Kim wore a couple of years back. But I loved the hair. I loved her with her husband. I thought that they looked and they did well together. And I liked her dress still. It just gave me that vibe. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm understanding. We had Tyler wasn't crazy about the hair. Really wasn't crazy about the dress. I thought that she could have done a little bit better. But hey, it is what it is. One of the best dressed couples that I had to just bow wow. It was Usher in Ralph Lauren and we had Jennifer in Sergio Hudson. I loved the entire outfit she wore. I looked at it and I looked at it again and I said, wow, mama, this is gorgeousness. Somebody who was just, I was really trying to understand was Venus Williams. Venus, what is this exactly? I don't know. It was with a tennis skirt. Is it just me? She's not even smiling. So she herself knows that this just was not working. I didn't understand. I'm just going to move on from there because sometimes it is what it is. We had the beautiful Lauryn Hill and she was in banana yellow. I think I liked it. I think I liked parts of it. I just thought it was fresh and that yellow was just everything, mama. Cardi B looked fabulous. I lived for her. She looked slim, she looked tall. Above all else, loved the green, but above all else, I loved the hair. Loved the hair. I thought she was absolutely gorgeous. Somebody's hair that I didn't like was Keke Palmer. I don't know, it just washes her complexion and I just don't really see her. She just looks all blurry, if that makes any sense. And I didn't think that the dress was given any extra fabulous effort. We also had Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj looked cute. I kind of sort of liked it. It came together and it was a vibe. Another fabuloso that I lived and loved, baby. Janelle Monáe loves this kind of aesthetic. It's actually part of her brand. She always came out here in a suit, black and white, her workwear. She splashed in a bit of red. She wasn't done with us. She removed the cape and there you had the most fabulous pair of pants. Oh no, it was a skirt. it was a skirt Fumi and a jacket with a little clock in the eye. Darlings, I lived and loved it. I thought it was really, really gorgeous. Let me know down in the comment section if you want me to do a part 2, because this is what we have right now for the Met Gala. This was the best ever to celebrate black excellence. And in a way, it's a little bit sad because in 2025 it's only now that we're getting here, but I would prefer better late than never. All of my love darlings, do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. All of my love.